In today's video, I will be sharing my 75 Hard Personal Finance Challenge Week 8 update. Let's get right into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. If you are returning, welcome back. Now girl, this might be your first time watching this video and you might be like, what is the 75 Hard Personal Finance Challenge? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm gonna go ahead and just link that video after this one so you can watch it then. But I'm just gonna go ahead and run through the rules for you just in case you are interested. But what you're gonna be doing every single day is tracking your spending, no unplanned spending, 15 minutes of financial education, reviewing your budget daily, and making one small wealth action. And you're going to be documenting that every single day. I document it on my short form platforms every single day. And then I come over here on YouTube and just update you weekly. So that's basically what this video is all about. And if you are interested in starting the 75 Hard Personal Finance Channel, like I said before, I'm going to link it after this video and just comment I'm in so I can check in on you. But let's go ahead and talk about the money, y'all, because you know we talk about the wins, the losses, what we plan on doing moving forward, all of the things. And you know your girl ate a budget up this week. Your girl ate a budget up. The budget is done. The budget is over the budget. The budget ain't budgeting no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into it. Let's start off with the retirement and investing, the saving part of the 75 Hard Personal Finance. And I did raise my investing from 3% to 5%. I told y'all that I think on the last video or maybe the video before that one. However, I wasn't able to get logged into my account on my company's website because the system is down. So I don't know exactly how much money is going to be taken out of my paycheck every single time that I am paid for investing. I just know that I switched over from 3% to 5% because I started off at 3% because I wanted to maximize the amount of money that I had coming in per paycheck, because I wanted to focus on paying off my credit cards and paying off my collection account. Now that those things are paid off, we can up that thrift savings back up to 5%. So that's exactly what I'm going to be, or that I've done. I just don't know how much was taken out of my paycheck. Same thing with retirement. I did just get a raise because of the, all the stuff that was going on with them trying to figure out what we were going to get paid, the back pay and all this type of stuff. So I just got a raise. Again, I do not know what the retirement amount is going to be for this salary that I am on. So I wasn't able to get the amounts for you on that. However, I do know what was deposited into my checking account. Now, I have money going different places. So I have money going into my retirement account. I have money going into my investment account. And then whatever is left over besides the taxes and my medical insurance, my union dues. I got so much money coming out of this paycheck. But the main thing is the money going into my account. I had around a little over $1,800 going into my checking account. So I'm not exactly sure what was coming out or what is going to be coming out for retirement and investing. I can't even calculate the numbers or whatnot, but I think it still should be around that $2,000 mark for as my total income if I was to include my retirement and my investing. Now let's talk about savings. Now for this challenge, I've been trying to rebuild my savings because I did use some of that money to actually pay off my collection account and my credit cards. So now I'm just in the rebuilding phase. I'm in the rebuilding phase while also still trying to tackle the student loan, because that's what I'm moving on to and working the debt snowball with is the student loans. Because if you do not know, the student loans is back gaining interest. And even though I am on the save plan, the student loans is still accruing interest. And even though I don't have to make any payments right now, your girl got to figure out something, because every time I log into the student gov, whatever the thing is, the student loan website, every time I look at it, it goes up. So this month so far, I have paid off one of my student loans. I told y'all that on the previous video or whatnot. I have not paid off another one. I did, however, print out my paperwork in order for me to do the loan forgiveness, because I did get a notification saying that I was eligible or whatever. And y'all already know that I had to wait 10 years for me to be at the post office in order to do it. And now that my 10 years is up, my manager, it seems like my manager is not around now in order for me to get her to sign my employment verification so that I can try to get these student loans forgiven. If they do not get forgiven, I'm not going to be focusing on it. I'm going to still just be working my debt snowball method and just getting it paid off that way. Now with savings so far, I have been putting, $25 here into the savings, $300 here in the savings, that type of little thing. So far my savings today is actually payday. And I put $741 inside of my savings because that was the money that I actually have made on the side so far with well, not so far, but that's what I had in this particular account or whatever. And I do side hustling on the side or whatever. I'm a content creator. If you do not know, I'm sure you know because you're watching this video, but I'm monetized on all of my social media channels and I get paid out, and I use that money to take care of my debt. I use that money to rebuild my savings, and I use that money to reinvest back into the business once I take out 25% for taxes. So today I actually transferred that $741 that I had sitting in my checking account, in my content creator account. I transferred that into my personal savings account, which takes my savings for this challenge, because I do still have my personal savings, but I'm also starting a separate savings for this challenge, and I just been putting money inside of there, and I want to see how much money can I actually save by the end of the 75 hard personal finance challenge. So far I'm at $1,591 in my savings account for this challenge, which just like, oh my God, I am so freaking happy for that, because that's like my ultimate goal, to get that money back that I actually used to actually help me pay off my credit cards and my collection account, and that was around $5,700 if I'm not mistaken. Also, since today is payday, I started a Roth IRA last pay period, and I told you that I'm going to try to put at least $50 in that Roth IRA every single time that I'm paid, and today I actually did that as well. So now I have $100 in this Roth IRA. Now I'm still kind of confused about how the Roth IRA start making money, because when I logged into it, I didn't see it making no money. It didn't do anything. It just says $50 is in there or whatever. So does it earn money every single month? Does it earn money every year? Like, for those that may be more advanced than me with the Roth IRA, because I'm still new to it or whatever, please let me know how it works. Should I be investing that money into something else while it's sitting in there? Because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with this Roth IRA. Now, I did see that it is a $7,000 limit. So I don't know, maybe I can't go over $7,000 with putting money inside of that for that particular year. I think it is, or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to make it to $7,000 anyway. But that was just good to know that on the Fidelity app, it actually has the limit, that I can't see right there, so I can actually keep track of it that way. Now let's get into the part where your girl has ate a budget up, and your girl can eat a budget up. Now, in my defense, I have been going back and forth to see my dad at the hospital, and if you do not know, your girl has been suffering with sciatica, and I have been seeing a physical therapist. So your girl has ate a budget up, and your girl has ran the gas budget up by just traveling to all of these different places. So a lot of gas is being drove out, and a lot of food has been put in towards out to eat, because your girl do not feel like cooking anything when she get home from work, when she get home from visiting my dad and stuff like that, because it's late at night. I gotta still get back up and go to work the next day. I just don't have the time to really kind of like make anything. And still, no excuse, but that's just my defense. That's just what I'm telling myself to kind of make myself feel a little bit better, because I did go over my food budget by $11.63, and I did go over my gas budget by $16.60. Now, I'm currently at a full tank of gas, and I know I got to work this whole full week coming up next week, so I know I'm going to have to fill up the gas tank again. I also have physical therapy this week as well. It's just like I got a lot of stuff going on that I did not necessarily include in my budget. So I know I'm probably going to be over the budget on week 9 as well, with more than just these amounts. So I'm just letting y'all know in advance that your girl probably, September is just probably done at this point, being that I did not include this stuff inside of my budget. Now, on a positive note with the finance portion of this video, I logged on to where I pay my mortgage or whatever, and my equity in my house actually went up again. Now, if you do not know, I did buy a house. I think I've been in this house a year now, August 24th or something like that. 2024 is when I actually purchased this house, and I bought this house at $279,000. My house currently is valued at $320,100, and I'm just like, what the, you know what I'm saying? So $41,100 in equity at this point, from what my website is actually saying that my house is valued at. So I'm just like super excited about it, because at first I'm just like, girl, I'm thinking this house was expensive, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to stay at a certain number. I did go over my budget a little bit with the house and didn't expect the taxes to go right up on me 4 months later and stuff like that. So it's just been a whole huge thing. And speaking of taxes, my homestead stuff just finally came in the mail, and actually my taxes is going down over $1,100. So hopefully the payment actually goes back down as well when it's time to put all of that information in. So I'm gonna actually contact them and actually see that I can go ahead and just pay my taxes off, because I already know the amount. I think the amount now is like $3,500, $3,600. So if I could just go ahead and just get them the $3,600, and I can go back to the regular mortgage payment of $1,686 or whatever the payment is, I just want to pay that. Let me just pay my taxes every single year, give y'all a lump sum. Y'all don't even have to put it into monthly payments for me. Let me just go ahead and pay it off every time that it's due, so I can just focus on just my mortgage payment itself. Because y'all, if you buying a house, just know they include all of this stuff into monthly fees, which makes your mortgage payment goes up. So I'm happy that I got $41,000, a little over $41,000 in equity in this home that I've been in just only a year. Now I want to talk about something that I usually don't talk about within these 75 hard personal finance videos, and that's content creation. Now, in my last video or a video before then, because girl, you know I do so many videos over here, I don't be knowing which videos is what. But I did a video about my 10K plan, and I told y'all that I'm gonna be making $10,000 a month in quarter four for October, November, and December. And I made $10,000 a month yet? No, I have not. But I believe in speaking it into existence, and I put it out there into the world. And this is where I feel like God is just in the midst of things, because when I put that video out there or whatever, I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I was just telling you how I plan on making my $10,000 per month in quarter four. I broke everything down, my strategy, what I planned on doing, and X, Y, and Z. And guess who shows up? God shows up in mysterious ways, and God showed up with a brand deal to kick off the month of October. And I was like, you know what? I didn't even necessarily include brand deals within my strategy, because I know I don't get a whole lot of brand deals. I don't go out searching for brand deals. I don't pitch myself. I don't do a lot of things that I know that I'm supposed to be doing as a content creator. And the reason why is because sometimes, you know, we can be our own worst critic. We can be our hardest critic. We can talk ourselves out of a whole lot of things. And that's pretty much what I think that I do to myself when it comes to brand deals. I always feel like I'm not qualified enough, or I'm not educated enough on brand deals, or you know, I don't sound right, you know, that type of thing. I'm always saying that type of stuff when it comes to brand deals, and I feel like, okay, well, why would a big corporation want to work with me? Why would they want to give me a brand deal? Because I'm just this girl from the hood that, you know, is from Georgia, talk like she from Atlanta, because I am from Atlanta, you know, that type of thing. So I always talk myself out of brand deals. I always just kick it to the side, like, okay, if they come, they come, but if not, we're going to keep on rolling. And I feel like God was like, don't count me out. Don't count this part out. And a brand deal actually showed up. I'm checking my emails. More brand deals are actually coming to me. I didn't have to do anything. I haven't reached out to anyone. I haven't said anything, but I just want y'all to know that whatever you do, you got to be putting God in the midst of everything that you do. And I know that I do that, because every single day when I wake up, I be like, God, thank you for everything that you have done that I can see, and everything that you are doing that I cannot see, because a lot of times God is working in the background for us, y'all. Like, I don't mean to get on this video and preach or whatever, but I just be wanting y'all to know that it's not me. I know that this ain't nothing but God, because I did nothing. I didn't do anything. I didn't go out there and say, well, hey, can I do a brand deal with you or whatever. They came to me. And I was just like, oh my God, like I didn't even include brand deals, but hey, what a way to start off the month of October. And now I don't really have to work as hard, even though I'm gonna work. I'm your girl gonna work, but it's just the point that I don't necessarily have to work as hard. And even though if I don't meet my goal, I still know that God is in the background working on my behalf, and he's doing things that I cannot see right now. And he may be doing the same things for you. So don't count God out of everything that you are doing. Include him in everything that you are doing. Now, I got all this stuff written down. So if you see me looking down, it's because I, wanted to stay on task with this stuff, and I wanted to share all this stuff. Now, speaking of brand deals and stuff like that, I've been going to meetings, because when I say I am serious about this 10K, I am serious about it. So I've been going to all of these content creator meetings that, big people are speaking at. I'm just gonna, say this. Basically, all of the businesses that I had, or all of the meetings that I have been going inside of, or listening in on, and all of the things, all of these people are saying one thing. And if you are a content creator and you're not doing this, you need to get on it, because I know I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it enough, and I got to do better at it. And the number one thing that they all are saying that content creators are missing out on is storytelling. Now, if you're a storyteller and you already storytelling in your content, then you already on point. You already probably getting the brand deals. You're probably already making the money and stuff like that. But for us girlies that like to show up with the trending music, myself included, don't like to talk to camera. If they don't like to talk to camera, then we are missing out. And I know I struggle with that, because like I said before, I am my own worst critic, and I kind of like tend to kind of like don't really talk. The only time I really talk is on these YouTube videos, because you just gotta talk or whatever. But when it comes to like my short form content and stuff, I really don't talk. I just put the trending music on it. I just stand there, look cute and stuff like that. But being cute is not enough. Having the trending music over your videos is just not enough. The ones who are winning are the people that are storytelling, and I gotta implement that in my Q4 strategy or whatever. So I'm saying that to y'all so you can get on game too, because like I said before, I am listening in on these very important meetings with very important people that are already working with brands. And some of these are brands that is actually saying this type of stuff. And another thing, I know people don't like to say about the niche and you are the niche and stuff like that, but you gotta have a focus. I'm not gonna say you gotta have a niche, but you gotta have a focus. The brand gotta be able to come to your page and know what your page about. Whatever brand you want to work with, or whatever brands you want to work with, make sure you are sharing more of those type of content than you are the other stuff. I would stick with the 80-20. That's kind of like what I'm gonna be going into. I'm gonna be doing 80% fashion, 20% lifestyle on my fashion page, and I'm gonna be strictly just personal finance on my budgeting page or whatever. So that's just my little tad bit. Like I said, I'm not the expert, I'm not the guru, I'm not the coach, I'm not none of that. I'm just listening in on these meetings and bringing this information to you if you can't get in these rooms. Now, speaking of, taking this stuff seriously, trying to make this $10,000 a month, no more side hustle. No more me saying the side hustle, this is a little business. No more of you saying side hustle and little business. This is a big business from this day forward. This is a big business, and we're going to move accordingly. So speaking of that, I did go and talk to a tax professional, CPA type of thing, because your girl is serious about her content creation. Now, I'm already moving as a business, if that makes sense. So I'm a sole proprietor. So everything that's included with my personal income is included with my personal finance income. I just keep them separate. So I use PayPal business account for me to actually get paid out. Like Facebook pays me out through PayPal, TikTok pays me out through PayPal, that type of stuff. And then I move that money into Vero account, which is just a regular online banking account that I just use for my content creation money. Now, my personal money that I get paid for my job, it goes into my Navy Federal account. I do still keep those separate, but it's time for Just Call Me Nikki to have her own thing. It's time for her to either be a LLC or S Corp or something like that. I don't know where I qualify it. I don't think I'm probably making enough to do an S Corp or a corporation or whatever like that. But the main thing is what I'm trying to say to you is it's time to move like a business. It's time to not only just say that you're moving like a business, but it's time to really move as a business. It's time to go over and get the LLC. It's time to go over and talk to a CPA. It's time to go and get that business banking account. It's time to go ahead and start that bookkeeping, start keeping up your books and stuff like that. It's time to do all of those things. Although I'm doing that within apps that I got going on with these platforms or with these banks or whatever. It's time to really move like it. So from this day forward, just like I said before, no more little business, no more side hustle. It's big business only, and I'm going to be moving accordingly. So I wanted to say that as well. So that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.